Hello, this is Breeze Harper of the Sistah Vegan Project. It's August 30th, 2012. It's going to be September in a few days, so that's pretty crazy. We're almost at the end of the year, huh? So today I wanted to update people on a few things that's going on in the life of Sistah Vegan. So first of all, I will be demonstrating at the San Francisco Greens Festival. That's November 11th at 1 p.m. And what I'll be doing is teaching y'all how to handle the stresses of racism through herbs and food. And I actually think this is an incredibly important topic to discuss because I have said many times in my previous videos and blog posts how traumatized I was growing up in what I would consider probably a racially hostile environment. And I know some of my friends who grew up with me may disagree, and I grew up with all white folk. But for me, it was a very, very difficult time. And I do recall times where, kids had called me the N-word or would say something derogatory about black people, that I would reach for food that was comforting but not necessarily nutritious, not necessarily a type of food that could heal from the stresses of such traumas. And when we're stressed out, when we have trauma, or constant traumas and triggers, you get anxiety, you get insomnia, you get high blood pressure. There's recent scholarship in the last 5 or 10 years that really point to black folk having higher blood pressure and other issues because of dealing with racism, whether it's institutional, structural, or just some person overtly saying, something racist to you. So with this particular demo for the San Francisco Greens Festival, I want to just kind of show a few of the recipes that I use when I'm having one of those days. Or I'm frustrated because someone's been what I would consider racist. And most people that I encounter are not necessarily overtly racist. A lot of what they say, they don't even realize it's racist or embedded in white supremacist ideologies. And I've talked about a few times where, I grab a bag of vegan, organic jelly beans. I know it's vegan, I know it's organic, but it's still sugar, right? And I overdose on it when something happens, where I'm just so frustrated because someone's commented or written to me, what you're doing is stupid. And I remember in one instance a few weeks ago, some of the Sistah vegans and allies and I were talking about, why is there so much focus on panda bears in terms of saving the environment, and wouldn't it be more useful if they focus, when the people are out doing their work, I think it was Greenpeace, if they can focus also on more local instances of environmental issues like environmental racism. And, wouldn't it be nice to kind of focus more on the communities that actually are also being impacted by environmental issues, but not necessarily looking at polar bears, but maybe, we could think about or revisit why this kind of white middle class perspective of environmentalism. Why do the people at Greenpeace that I encountered, why are they only taught to focus on polar bears, or why can't there be more thought around that in terms of class and race issues? And a commenter who was a white identified woman she just posted that I sounded just as lowly as racist white people, and that I was being racist by bringing that up. And it was very hostile, and it was just kind of one of those days where I really wanted to grab some type of horrible junk food, but instead I decided, okay, I'm just getting a headache, this is really frustrating, this person just came on my site as the expert even though she's not even picked up one book about critical race theory or even understand there's an actual canon to environmental racism and that it exists. And I said, okay, I'm going to take care of my health, I'm going to take care of my womb health, because I know a lot of the stress that we feel ends up in our womb if you're a follower or practitioner of what Queen Afua has to offer. She tells you about that. So I went to the kitchen and I decided to make, an alkalizing smoothie. Kale, I love kale. avocado, some maca. Maca's really good to handle stress, you know. And I drink it. And then throughout the day I also tried to have some, you know, some lemon balm tea and just tried to relax. And, you know, I had to keep on reminding myself, don't reach for the things that you used to reach for as a child, those comfort junk foods. It's not going to help with that stress. And, you know, I felt better. I know these foods, you know, they're alkalizing for the body physically, but I also really truly believe it helps with the emotional component. And that's what I want to talk about at the festival demo. Okay, so that's November 11th at 1 p.m. and I'll be talking about other recipes, fun recipes as well. And the second thing I want to talk about is that I do a lot of work. Not just the dissertation work, but I do a lot of work, and I love when people contact me, and I spend a lot of time, I mean hours per month, helping people. Whether they want me to talk to them on video Skype because they want to have a mentor in their program and their particular institution doesn't have someone doing critical race theory or black feminist theory or, you know, studies around food, and they'll contact me and ask for my help. And, you know, I want to help as much as possible. I also, you know, I consult for free, and I help people if they have questions about editing documents because they're not sure about certain things. I just do a lot of work, but unfortunately, I don't get compensated, and we live in a society where everything that you need to get is through money. And, you know, I'm hoping that people do appreciate what I have to offer. And I am very close to finishing my dissertation work, very close. I'm on my 3rd revisions. My committee thinks that I'm so close. My biggest obstacle is me. You know, we can't afford full-time childcare. I take care of the kids while trying to dissertate and work and all this stuff from home. And I have 1 quarter, about 11 or 12 weeks worth of work left, and I need to register this quarter. And I did not get the funding that I needed as usual, and I understand that lots of people are struggling with education and everything in general. And I'm asking you if you could help me make my goal of September 15th, $3,000 to register for this last quarter of work. I should be able to finish and file and defend by December of this year, end of December, okay? But I do need help. And yes, I do understand that people are struggling financially too, so I know not everybody can make a monetary contribution. But if you're able to, and you're one of the people that I've helped just with, you know, talking to you online, or maybe you've read some of my blog posts about a particular way to prepare a recipe so your toddler can eat it and they love it, and you want to help me continue this work, not just at the dissertation level, but just in general, I would love to receive some help, monetary help. And if you can't directly help me that way, if you can point me to opportunities where I can work from home, you know, like this person that I know needs help editing their dissertation introduction about food, and they're really looking at race, and they need help, and they would pay you. They would pay you hourly to go on video Skype with them and go through it with them. Or, you know what, hey Breeze, I can't afford to help you right now, but I just saw this grant that is due next week, and you know, it looks like they'll fund people that do your particular type of work. Then I would totally appreciate that, okay? So deadline is September 15th, and if you can help me, awesome. And the last thing is, guys, Brotha Vegans, the deadline for the abstracts to be sent to me for the Brotha Vegan anthology is like in 2 days. I have received nothing. What is going on here? Okay, so I've extended the deadline already, and I haven't received anything. So I know people be busy and stuff, but I want to remind you that this is an awesome opportunity to come together and you know, have essays, narratives, poetry, art that is filtered or goes through the consciousness of, you know, Brotha Vegan. This is an awesome opportunity, and so far no one has submitted anything yet. So I'm getting not too worried, but, you know, I had to extend the deadline for Sistah Vegan 4 times, okay, and it worked out really well. But I want to hear from you guys, okay? So you don't have to just write about veganism. This anthology is more about, you know, I'm a Brotha Vegan. I'm a man of African descent. I identify as, you know, Black, African American, and I practice veganism. And this is what life looks like through this lens. This is what sexuality to me looks like. This is what the political system looks like, the economic system. Or, here's a poem that I wrote about when I brought my child to school and I saw all of the junk food being advertised. Like, it's just, there is really no limit to what you can contribute to this anthology. And I think it's important. There's just so many of you guys doing such great work, whether you're actually doing it professionally or on the side as a hobby or doing your activism, and I want to hear from you. Okay, and you know who you are. Specifically Supernova Sloan, you're doing really good work. DJ Kavem Motivation, I would love to hear from you. No pressure, but you guys you're doing it. Brian Terry, good stuff. Jason Harvey of the Oakland Food Connection, you guys are doing such good stuff, and I think the world should hear about it. The mainstream world, of course, because you guys are doing the good work, and the community knows you're doing the good work, but I'm hoping this anthology will be a beautiful representation of our folk, our black men doing it, despite what the mainstream media is always saying, how black people are completely useless when it comes to helping ourselves with health and health activism and food. You guys are obviously doing it, and you guys, I think it would be really great for you guys to contribute, not just the people I mentioned, but any of the people who are interested, to let everyone know in the mainstream America that we're doing it, and we've been doing it for a long time. So with that said, you can email me your abstracts, which is just a paragraph on what you think you want to do, by September 1st. And if I get them after, that's fine. Hey, but how about this? I'm just going to extend it, okay? October 1st, okay? Send it to breezeharper@gmail.com. Okay? And if you have any questions, you can, before that deadline, just send me an email, or you can just comment on this blog, okay? So I hope this video finds everybody well. I'm doing quite well, and check out the shirt that I'm wearing. It's probably hard to see, but there's these kids doing the green thing and raising their own food. So this is from one of the Brown Youth Sugar Festivals that takes place every year in Denver, Colorado, and it's put together by Nyembe and DJ Kavem Motivation, an awesome couple, and they've been doing it forever. And DJ Motivation has been doing it for I don't know, he's probably 25 now, right? You're probably 25, so 8 years, since he was 17 in high school, putting together this festival that's focused on youth health and using the language of hip-hop, and this is one of the shirts that I'm wearing, and I actually spoke this year as their keynote. So they're doing good stuff, and you should check them out. You should check out the Brown Sugar Youth Festival, and you should just check out his work, DJ Kavem Motivation. He has a new album out called The Produce Section. It's awesome, okay? So he's eco-sustainable, he practices veganism, I mean, he's just so brilliant, and he does hip-hop and rap. He's amazing, right? And he has great collaborations with people on the album, and my children listen to his stuff. This is I think the third album that we've bought, but you have to check out his music, okay? And after this video, you'll see his latest. And it's awesome. He's brilliant, and he's a Green for All fellow. So he's the one who sang the song about wheatgrass. So check him out, okay? So I hope you guys are having a lovely day, and we'll see what you got to say on the comments